Hey, welcome to another episode of Backhouse Doodles. We're hitting it up in Third Earth, cracking our cracking our old salty bones, doing the old fucking chants, throwing it in the cauldron, and blah. We're drawing Mummra. He's from the Thundercats. I don't know if you know about the Thundercats, but this is their main boss. Okay, this is Shredder. This is the Shredder of the Thundercats. I mean, he's probably more related to like a Skeletor-esque character, so that's why he's after Skeletor. We did Mummra, the one and only Mummra, the ever living. So Mummra, when he's not in this form, he's this old decrepit like mummy, and he's gross looking, and he has blue skin, which is funny because it's just like Skeletor. But I think it's blue. I could be mistaken. Anyway, I think it's blue because his skin's blue in this form. But when he wants to fight people, and use his power and he powers up, he goes into this form and he's like, he's Mummra the Ever Living now. I mean, he's always the Ever Living, but this is the powered up form. So it's like, it's going Super Saiyan. It's like turning into like, I was gonna say Dracula mode. It's like the vampire like turns on his like monster power. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you guys probably know what I mean. So, the old Mummra. I don't know too much about Mummra. Mummra does have a freaking double-sided, spiky ass sword that's on fire. I didn't draw that because I wanted to focus on. I wanted to do a different pose, and a lot of the poses of this guy you see, like I just going through Google Images, just looking at like what are normal poses that Mumra's in. And there's if to see him in this ever living form, it's like he's popping out of something. They always give you the down view. You're starting down low, looking up. So I guess that would be a up view. I can't remember what camera framing lingo you would use for that, but you're like on the ground looking up at him essentially, or you're sitting down looking up at him. So a lot of the angles are really crappy for what you want. So the idea with this was you know he always looks over his like cauldron thing that lets him like watch what's going on, and I'm imagining him like looking into that, powered up, all pissed as hell. That was kind of the idea when I went into this. Picking his pose, because once again we're trying to switch up the poses. We're not just trying to do just front on boring stuff because no one wants to see that. Trying to do some tricky stuff. We did pull out some old school tricks. I say old school tricks because I've been drawing stuff like this for a long time, where it's like you draw like a ribbon or something, and then you come in later and you erase and you fix it so it looks like the wrapping is good. And so like the part on his bicep there's tons of wrapping on his bicep there, and you just do basically where the lines you want to go, and you just make the loops that you want to make, and then you do some extra ones, and then you just erase the ones you don't want. That doesn't really help, but that's why I drew his muscles and stuff first, and then drew the band-aids, and then erased after, to help me out with that. Fucking stop saying his like claw hands came out pretty good. I watched this video where it's like hands are like, you got to look at them as like not pyramids, like kind of like hexagons. They're not shaped like squares, so kind of giving me different shapes, and watching that is helping out a lot with the hand game. They're still a little wonky, but it's giving me a lot more. It's like next level. I'm not just like draw a fist. It looks like his hands are like open, And he's like, Rex, I wanted to do magic stuff coming out of his hands, but I decided against it because I wanted to focus on the freaking. His pose is just like Yujiro Hanma. I don't know if you watch Baki, but Yujiro does this pose all the time. This came out way before Baki, but yeah, and his hair flying around. Man, I should have drew Yujiro. Looks like the same thing. You guys don't know who Yujiro Hanma is, though, so that doesn't. Well, I mean, not that many people watch anyway, but. And you guys will watch. The few of you that do watch, you're fucking awesome. You'll just watch it either way. You know what I mean? Maybe it won't stay the whole time. I don't know. I don't look at the analytics that hard. I'm just like, ooh, here we go. Got my solid crew. But yeah, Mummra, I don't know too much about his powers, but we don't even gotta play around. We'll bring it up 6 minutes into the video. He'd kill the fuck out of Goro. He can like shoot lightning from the ground. He can use that fire sword from the ground. I mean the sky. I mean when he comes out, lightning happens. When he's in this freaking powered up form, you know, he's bodybuilder like. I mean, I'm not gonna say He-Man bodybuilder size, but kind of. He's super duper buff, so you got to give him the extreme strength because he's in his youthful, powerful form. He looks like he's like a vampire dude, so he can fly around. You know, he can use lightning and shit. I don't know why I keep saying like lightning. I'm gonna look up after this video that he doesn't even do anything fucking lightning. But yeah. He would ruin Goro's life, bro. But if he's the weak version, the frail one, he's not powered up, Goro will rip this dude to pieces, man. To pieces. This cape right here took me a long time. It was kind of hard. It needed to be dark, but I feel like it's kind of hard to see, so on this part of the coloring, you kind of don't get to see fully what's going on, but overall, I feel like this came out pretty well. The shape of everything worked out. The coloring went good. I made sure to remember on the last video I cut it short at the wrong spot. I didn't show you guys all the shadowing in Skeletor. So there's a bunch of like muscle definition that you guys didn't see because I shadowed it. It's not that much different. It doesn't make it that much difference. I'm not even going to bother showing you guys, but that is something that I use in this one that you'll see. It should be coming up. I've been messing around with my shadows once again. I mean, you have to. That's just part of it's part of it to make it more depth, more contrast. It's good. It's very good. But yeah, I don't know if I want to draw Lion-O. I'm digging these 80s cartoon villains. So I'm thinking maybe in the next one I might stick with another villain, but yeah, Mummra would rip Goro's arms off. That didn't really segue into what I was talking about, but my last explanation was weak as hell. He'll just rip his arms off. Goro can't win against him. I just gotta keep drawing people that'll just easily decimate him. So, I do like the color palette on this. It was fun. There was a lot of colors going on, and they work together. There's contrasting colors. Ooh, excuse me. I wanted to make it seem like he was like radiating power, but like evil, like misty aura power. So that's kind of what the background was for. I did forget to erase my color palette, but we don't care about the background, dude. Oh, shoot. I'm drinking my water because I forgot at the end of the video. Here we go at the end here. the old recap. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hitting up the Doodle, Mummra. Freaking Thundercats are on the loose. Don't forget it. Subscribe. Comment down below your favorite Thundercat. Mine is probably Lion-O. Straight up. Panthero's pretty dope though. So, yeah, let me know the next video.